apart from all these revised communication OSCE rubrics which have been released by ADC, there are certain tips and tricks to be kept in mind as well. And these also incorporate certain tips and tricks which is coming from our side. So you can definitely make sure that you incorporate these when you're prepping for your examination. Now, before you go for your examination, the first and the most foremost thing that you need to do is be prepared. Be prepared with all your documentation for your practical examination. So make sure you go through your practical examination handbook, the information package. Everything can be found in the ADC website, so you can have a look. Apart from that, there is this ADC Candidate Rules Agreement, which is released by ADC and sent to each and every candidate who registers for the practical examination. So if you have registered and if you have been accepted, you will get this agreement in your email. You need to carry this agreement form and it should be signed. Apart from that, you should have your assessment process document. You should be having your registration email kept, quite safe. Apart from this, also make sure that you also carry your ID. So mostly it's your passport. Make sure your passport and your agreement form, all of it is basically kept ready for you to take for your examination day. Make sure you don't carry any unauthorized objects or any other kind of food, mobile phone, any unapproved medications or any other kind of materials, whether they are restorative, preparatory, whatever materials. Don't carry them if you do not require them or if you're not asked to carry them. So you don't need to carry anything for your examination apart from your documents and your eyewear. So whether you're using loupes or not, it depends. You carry your loupes if you're using them. Otherwise, just carry your protective eyewear. And that too in a correct packaging. Make sure you're not late for your examination and make it on time. Don't forget to carry your documentation with you. Next thing that should be kept in mind when you're going for ADC examination, which perhaps according to me at least is the most important, stress management. Now, stress is something which cannot really be handled, when it comes to such crucial examinations at least, but you can always try. Take a lot of mock tests, a lot of practice exams before your exam, actual exam that is. This will make sure that you are ready to go face whatever you get in your exam and some amount of your stress is controlled. Try and understand what is good for you and what is bad. If you see that certain kind of, tasks or certain kind of strategies that you have adapted is not good for your stress, don't use them for your examination. Plan out before you go for your exam as to which task needs to be done before the other. How you're going to approach certain tasks, how you're going to avoid making certain mistakes, and all of these things comes only with practice and nothing else. Okay, even if you make certain blunders in certain tasks, do not beat yourself over it. Do not get stressed unnecessarily over it, because remember that it is not just one particular task, it's a cluster. So if you mess up one task, you can cover up on another task. That is always possible. Apart from that, just remember that it is just an exam. Don't beat yourself over it. Cut yourself some slack. There are certain common mistakes that you should also keep in mind. When you're getting your technical skills day and you have been given the mandatory break, utilize it. Don't waste your time looking here and there, thinking of how your tasks went. Rather think of going forward, what you're going to do to manage the rest of your tasks, what you're going to do to ace the rest of your tasks. Utilize your break properly, fuel yourself up, keep yourself hydrated, eat a good but a light snack so that your brain is also kept running properly. Any unexpected thing or any unplanned event that happens in between your exam, make sure that you report it to the examiner or the convener who's present. Never try to hide it or cover it up. Always be very transparent, be polite with your examiners. Trust me, it will come of help to you. And these things should always be kept in mind, because certain times if you think that you're going to waste your time by reporting certain incident, it can sometimes backfire. So don't ignore certain things like this. The next thing that you need to keep in mind is reading your tasks properly. So read what you're getting in front of your screen very well. Each and everything that has been written is important, whether it's on your technical day or on your communication day, especially for your communication day, because when you're looking at the communication OSCE scenarios, even the smallest detail can make a change to your presentation. So read everything very well. Okay. Apart from that, when it comes to your briefing before your examination starts, make sure you're very clear with how things work, whether it's your mannequin, whether it's regarding your materials, where each of your things are located, or whether it's your OSCE day, how you're going to move from one station to the other. Make sure you're very clear about that. If you're having doubts with anything, always make sure to keep it open and get it cleared from the convener. They're very helpful. What are the common mistakes you can make there? So the first and foremost, and the first important point that I've pointed out here, is that giving a very rehearsed kind of a response to a standard OSCE. So you may have practiced a particular type of OSCE several times, let's say a caries management case. However, make sure you incorporate some of your twists and turns so that you can be exclusive when you are presenting your case. If you're going to give them a rehearsed response, they will understand that you have already been quite, accustomed to presentations like this, and you're just mugging up and kind of vomiting on your exam day. Don't do that. Apart from that, on your standard OSCE, if you constantly need to be prompted by the examiner, that too is not a good thing. Okay, so that kind of shows how you are not keeping in mind the patient's concerns or things that have been displayed on your scenario. Next comes your technical day task. Make sure you read what's given on your screen well and which tooth you need to work on. You might do the best kind of crown cutting preparation, but if you've done it on an incorrect tooth, you're going to fail that task. So that is again very important. Ask for help whenever required from the ADC staff who are present. They will come and help you. Tell them if anything is damaged, anything is out of place, anything has fallen down. Let them know. Go through the appropriate viva. Even if it takes 2 more minutes out of your task, it's fine. At least you are not violating any infection control. Apart from that, make sure you handle your patient properly, whether it's in your technical skills day or it's on your tech OSCE day. Don't do abrupt hand movement, moving your mannequin inappropriately, moving your chair inappropriately, or resting your hand on the patient's face or body. Don't do that. Next comes time management, which again is a very important aspect for both the days of your examination. For your technical skills day, you get 6 hours to do 6 tasks. So again, this will be handled with proper practice. So before your exam day, take a lot of mocks so that you can finish all your tasks in minimum amount of time. Start with 5 hours. Start with let's say start with 6 hours, take it to 5.5 and 5 and 4. If you're able to comfortably finish that in all your 6 tasks in maybe 5 hours, you will be able to comfortably finish it in 6 hours as well in your exam. Because trust me, things do go a little haywire on your exam day. On your communication OSCE day as well, give yourself enough time to understand what's written. Utilize the 3 minutes of reading very well, whether it's for your communication task or your tech OSCE task, and then give your best on your 10 minutes. And lunch break again is very important. So are your rests during your OSCE day. Utilize them very well so that you can give your best in the tasks that come ahead. What are the mistakes that you can make here? The mistakes that can happen is that you haven't read your OSCE resources properly during your reading time, or you're rushing at the end of your technical skills day just so that you can finish your tasks, or basically you are keeping some certain tasks incomplete. These things can be an issue. And the biggest issue is violation of infection control. You may be doing everything perfectly, but if you have done some very significant infection control violations, it will be a fail. The next thing to keep in mind is reporting your concerns to the examination convener at the time of occurrence. So if it happens that during your examination some adverse event has happened, you may have dropped something, you may have broken something or damaged any of the properties or anything, you have cut your hand and you're bleeding, don't try to cover it up. Let them know. They do have appropriate adverse incident forms which they will help you with, and as a result you can avoid the entire hassle of worrying about infection control violations. The common mistakes that you can make here is not reporting, or reporting way beyond time, or reporting after your exam is over and you go back home. These things like reporting by email or telephone or maybe after the exam does not hold much value as much as it does when you do it on your exam day. So make sure you do it during your time in the exam premises. These were just certain tips and tricks that we shared with you today regarding your communication as well as your technical tasks, and also regarding the updated communication rubrics. I hope you found that helpful. Make sure to like this video, share this video, and also subscribe to our channel. We do also have our own ADC MythBusters Part 1 or the Theory Examination Coaching. So if you are looking forward to start your overseas dental journey in Australia, make sure to have a look. All our social media handles will be linked below in the description box. We will be coming up with a lot more videos this year, so make sure you stay tuned. If you have any requests, drop them down in the comment section below and keep yourself updated. Till then, thank you so much.